lakes of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see a squad from the American, the UAB Blazers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack. The Scarlet Knights will kick it off to get us underway. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So UAB's offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes when guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
The Blazers will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Kitna. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. using the quick game. Touchdown, UAB! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Rutgers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
That's caught. It's Duff.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Got a man. It's Duff. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Grab near the marker. It's Strong. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Campbell. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Under fire. Forced out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Scarlet Knights will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Caught. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
The Blazers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wants to fire on second down. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Sheffield. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the Blazers moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. It's Kitna. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Back's going for the goal line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to pass. It's Kitna. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He wants to throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Gonna swing it on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got it on the outside, it's Milner. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Blazers in the hurry-up. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the